All right, what's going on, YouTube, man? It's your boy Upchuck Gaming, man. We are back. Well, not really. This is kind of the first time I did this before. This is a little bit different, because my channel is kind of like fighting games where this is actually a fight, so it kind of pertains to my channel.
Big fight.
Yeah, it was a huge fight, one of the most hype fights I've seen in anything, whether it be MMA or like everybody was focused on this Jiren versus Goku matchup. So I want to talk about it with my boy Wisppeons, man. Wisppeons he's a Dragon Ball fan, but he's kind of critical of Dragon Ball. So I know he's going to give his honest opinion about it. I'm like, yeah, let's talk about this, man. Because like I said, one of the most hype matches I have ever seen, bro. Like everybody been talking about this fight. Everybody's talking about, man, I'm canceling plans to watch this fight, bro. It was crazy. I ain't never seen no anime or anything like do this, So shout out to let me introduce my boy Wisppeons. Y'all. Introduce yourself, bro.
Yo, what's up, man? Thanks for having me, man. I just had to talk about this fight, bro. It's hype. It was really good.
Yeah, it was definitely hype, man. So if you guys don't know, Dragon Ball Super had a 1-hour special last night, episode 109 and 110, where Goku and Jiren finally meet up, and all in all, man, it surprised me in the fact that it actually lived up to the hype. One of my main issues with things like this is kind of like they build it up, and it kind of falls short. And I was like, I don't know, man. Like I was hyped, man, because I am a Dragon Ball guy. I've been watching Dragon Ball for 20 years now, and my honest opinion, this is probably top 3 most hype fights I've seen in Dragon Ball, easily. And it's not even close, man. It's not close. It's kind of hard to justify some of the other fights that Goku has had, being in the top 3 when you see this fight. I think Super between Black and Jiren, they had like probably the 2 best fights in Dragon Ball history, man. But Wisppeons, what's your overall?
I ain't gonna agree with that one, but okay.
Okay. Well, Wisppeons, what's your overall thoughts on the episode, though, man? Just like your overall impressions, man. Did you enjoy it?
Well, all right. The overall fight between Jiren and Goku was amazing. They definitely lived up to hype. I've seen fight parties and all of that on YouTube for this. Yeah, there was like a pre-fight show and everything. This fight broke the internet pretty much. At least all the websites. Crunchyroll was down. Funimation was down. A lot of sites that you can watch it on was down. So it was pretty big. But it lived up to the hype, though, definitely.
It most definitely lived up to the hype. So let's get into the actual episode. So we'll start with 109 first, where pretty much it starts off with Goku finding Ribery. A lot of people don't like this character for some reason.
Talk about that. You can just leave that one alone.
Hey, hold on, but look, for real though. To me, because in my opinion, I think she is annoying. She's very annoying, but she's very powerful though. And she did go into her final form or whatever. She got the wings and everything. And Goku, I'm not gonna say Goku was struggling with her, but she was kind of keeping up with Goku. Goku even turned blue to kind of deal with her a little bit. And I'm like, damn, it makes me to believe that she is going to be here for a while. I don't think she's going anywhere. Like,
she needs to go somewhere.
I'm just being honest though. Like I really do feel like she's going to be here for a while. She's more powerful than I thought she was. And for Goku to even have to go, because Goku, he usually fights in his base form. He fights in base form for the most of the series. He only go blue when he needs to, So I think Ribery, while her design is kind of weird and her dialogue and even the God of Destruction for her universe, they just annoying, bro. I can't really take it, man. Like I'm trying to, give them the benefit of the doubt, but it's very annoying, man. All this love and all this shit. I'm like, bro, y'all gotta chill out, man. Can somebody please eliminate Ribery? But I don't think, like I said, I don't think she's going anywhere anytime soon. But going forward, so the God of Destruction for Jiren, he was like, look, man, we got to get rid of Universe 7. Goku, I guess he watching Goku like, yeah, he looked like he's going to be the main problem per se, because Vegeta really hasn't powered up like that either, and neither has Frieza. Like Frieza, I think those two haven't really like showed their full potential yet. But pretty much so he's looking at Goku as the main threat though, which I think is kind of true. I mean, there's Dragon Ball, so Goku more than likely
They've all seen Goku fight before, so they know.
Yeah. So they know what he could do. So, but man, it's like, hey, Jiren, you got to go get at Goku, bro. You're gonna have to take this guy out, and then once you cut off the snake head, then pretty much everything else will fall through. So,
Pretty much, yep.
so Jiren, he like a man of not that many words. This man's like, okay, cool. So I'm about to give him a taste of my little. I'm not going to power up all the way. I'm just going to charge up though and let these guys know like it's about to get real. So what was your thoughts like when he initially like powered up and everybody was like, even Beerus is like, what the hell is going on? Beerus' face had me weak, bro. He was like, huh? Like hold up, man. Yeah, well, what's your thoughts on that? Like your first like initial presence of Jiren, like before he even started fighting, like his presence, because he's kind of been there just chilling. We already know he one-shot kill. He didn't really do nothing. He one-shot kill. So what's your initial thoughts on that, man?
Well, see, my initial thoughts on Jiren is that they've been building him up to this point since the Tournament of Power began.
Yes.
Like they have everybody that Goku's fought and struggled against, Jiren's knocked out with no problem. Yep. Like if you haven't noticed, Kale, that blue goo guy, and a bunch of other people. Like Goku's been struggling with a lot of people, and Jiren's been knocking him out. So the initial reaction to Jiren powering up or releasing his energy, that was, and everybody being shocked by it. I didn't really like that because they should have known what was going to happen. They should they've seen Jiren release his energy before, so even like just fractions of it.
But I feel like he was really he's literally about to fight though, and I think he kind of raised it a little bit more than what they used to, and everybody felt it, bro. Like everybody was like in awe of Jiren, like it was like holy smoke, like this. And it's rumored that said that he is the guy that is gonna that he was supposed to be the god of destruction, but I guess he turned it down. He didn't want to be it, so more than likely it's gonna be Toppo, which I feel like is at Goku's power level before the new form. I think him and Toppo are kind of like even. So that makes me go back and to see like when Toppo said, you have no shot against Jiren. I remember that episode because he was like, I was like, damn, when Jiren powered up, and I was like, damn, he really. I don't think Goku gonna win this one, man. Like, I mean, that's like the first time you actually really felt that, because even against like Kid Buu or whatever, we kind of knew he was gonna win some way, somehow. The spirit bomb is kind of like his clutch move, man. And
we can talk about that.
We definitely talk about that. But like with Jiren, like he literally feels outmatched. And I'm just like, and it's rarely you seen Goku like outmatched. That's why I think Super, does a better job of kind of putting Goku like not in the forefront basically, because he's been getting waxed in Super. I mean, from Black to Hit and now Jiren. So it's just kind of hard for me. I mean, not hard, but it's kind of enjoyable to see that they're not making Goku like, he's overpowered, but there's still people out there that's more stronger than him. It actually started with Beerus.
Well, well, this isn't new though. The Goku's always been like a weaker character compared to the opponents that he fights against.
Yeah, that's true too. But at the same time, it's like I think in especially in Super, like they make it more evident. Like with Black, like he literally. Everybody thought Goku was going to be Black, everybody called that like, oh man, he's going to find a way. And then when he lost, I mean, they actually lost that fight. They lost that fight. I mean, if it wasn't for Zeno, bro, I mean, they was getting ready to lose, because they couldn't like go back in time. I mean, it was pretty much done, So, but getting back to this Jiren fight, Jiren to me is one of the most badass characters I've ever seen. In any anime. I mean, not even the power, how he was fighting Goku. So Goku pretty much went through all his forms. I think that was one of the highlights of the episode. This man went through every single form not every single form, but Super Saiyan 1, 2, God, and then he went blue. What was your thoughts on that when you seen that? Because to me, I was like, damn, he's not phased at all by none. I mean, of course, Super Saiyan is pretty weak now compared to where it was when he first became Super Saiyan. But what's your thoughts on that, man?
Well, he went Super Saiyan 2 and then went Super Saiyan God, the red one. Like, I wish they would, incorporate Super Saiyan 3 more, but the writers, I mean, not the writers, the animators are lazy, so they don't like drawing that. But I wish that they would use Super Saiyan 3 more. Hold on, kid. Yeah, I wish they would have went Super Saiyan 3 more. But when he went Super Saiyan Blue, it kind of he used more of that power in Super Saiyan Blue that he usually doesn't use, because if you look at the episode clearly, he did hit Jiren a couple of times and made Jiren flinch, and while in Super Saiyan Blue, and Jiren was shocked when Goku was doing certain moves to him. So the blue form may come off as weak, but it's not as weak as people think it is. It has a lot of bad showings, definitely, but I think its bad showings only were there to highlight how strong Jiren really is.
Yeah, I kind of believe that too. Especially in this arc, I feel like they kind of like dumbed down Blue, but I've also feel like Goku has been baiting a lot of people. He's been baiting people since he's been trying to sign people up for this tournament. If you go back to him fighting 17, if you go back to him fighting Krillin, he's not fighting these people at full power. He's just trying to make people feel like they're strong enough to be on the team. And I feel like he's been doing that in the episode too. Even when he fought Kale, people say, "Oh man, well Kale was getting." I'm like, Goku wasn't really like fighting. I think he went blue minimum, and because after her, she went berserk or whatever, Goku had no scars on him. His clothes wasn't ripped or nothing. Yeah, he was getting hit, but I guess he really wanted to test out the power. And with Jiren, I feel like he was like, okay, I need a little bit more, bro. I can't really bait this guy because he stopped Super Saiyan God with one finger, bro. Yeah. I was like, holy shit, man, that shit was crazy. Like he literally stopped this guy with one finger, and I think Goku was like, okay, I can't play with this guy. It's not gonna work, And Jiren is not even moving. Like he's not really doing anything. And then when Goku went blue, that's when Jiren really started to fight, and he was like, okay, now I'm about to give you this work, bro. And he gave Goku that work.
They did a callback to like the Frieza saga where Goku was fighting with Kaioken, and people didn't know. So they thought that he wasn't using Kaioken times 20 when he actually was. Yeah. He was still losing. And I like that when Jiren did his when he opened his eyes and it turned red and he knocked Goku away. That was sick.
That was sick, man. And the shock on people's face, even Beerus is like, he can't. They was like, oh yeah, you have to wait till he goes Kaioken times 20. And Beerus is like, he can't. And they was like, oh shit, he already used it, bro. That's when the game changed for me, man. I was like, damn, because nobody knew he went full Kaioken. They just thought he was just using it, like, in spurts like he do, but he went full power and it didn't do nothing. It didn't do nothing, man. And he grabbing Goku by the leg, bro. He's slamming this dude all over the place. He gut punched Goku, bro. They gave that fireball. He's like, it's over. I was like, damn, but like I said, I think they did a great job of showcasing how powerful Jiren is. Like they really like showcase, because who would have thought Goku going full power like that he won't be able to do? Like you said, he did get a couple punches in, but Jiren's just like his movement, his speed is just on another level. So it was definitely a great thing to see. We always like to see competition.
He's really fast when the other really strong characters can't see his movements.
Yeah,
nobody could see how fast his movements. So yeah, he's really fast.
Yeah, so he definitely gave us all. And another thing that made me think how powerful Jiren was is pretty much when Goku went for the Spirit Bomb. So this is pretty much the end of episode 109. He's like, okay, give me your energy. Well, this and that. Everybody know the whole shebang. That's pretty much what the Spirit Bomb is. And one thing I pointed out that Vegeta did not give any power. I was like, whoa,
Vegeta's a hater.
Yeah, I know he's definitely a hater, bro.
He's a hater.
But for somebody like Frieza, who has a arch nemesis, and they played a lot of this episode was so good because there was like a lot of throwbacks, what I'm saying, but especially between Frieza and Goku, man, I remember this from Namek move, this and that. But he's like, what?
That's later, though. That's later.
Yeah, no, but he was like, definitely, let me give you some of my energy. I was actually kind of shocked by that because I would think Vegeta would give the energy and Frieza wouldn't, what I'm saying? But it was kind of the other way around, man. I love that moment because I'm like, damn, Frieza character development is really crazy in Super now, man. It's different than what I expect, especially coming from the whole Frost thing. I'm thinking they're gonna kind of really eliminate Go. That's what I was thinking. Because Frieza's he's been a dirt bag from the jump. That's why I like him. He's been a dirt bag from the jump, man. So
Vegeta's always been reluctant to help Goku, though. Regardless,
that is true too. Yeah, that is true too. I mean, so that's their little internal beef that they've been having since forever. Ever since they decided they even fight on the same side, And for Vegeta's like, man, I'm not giving you no energy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I might need it later. Like I said, we still haven't seen Vegeta full power yet. We still haven't seen that, and that's something that I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on. In this arc, it's like, Vegeta, he's not getting no shine. Vegeta's eliminated a lot of people for one, and he's not really using any power. So I think Vegeta will get that one. I think his episode, Vegeta's Resolve, I think that's like 2 episodes from yesterday. So in 2 weeks, we'll definitely get to see Vegeta in he'll get his shine episode like he always do. But so he throws so he gets the Jiren's like, oh, you could take your time with the spirit bomb, bro. I'm like, oh shit. Like again, like I knew what was going to happen, but to actually see it, and Jiren's like, yeah, I'm not really worried about the spirit bomb, bro. I mean, I'm gonna let you do your secret technique or whatever. And Goku was like, damn, okay. So he's like, cool, let me get this ball ready. And so he throws it. We all know that Frieza took the spirit bomb like a G. The spirit bomb has not worked all the time. we kind of know that, and Jiren didn't really seem to be worried about it. And then he even goes Super Saiyan God Kaioken times 20 to try to throw it, and it moves Jiren a little bit. He has 2 hands on this thing, right? And then he started using like his brain or whatever. Like I'm like, what the fuck? So I mean, so what you think about that? Like that interaction with the whole spirit bomb thing, man. What was your thoughts on that? Like, where was you coming from on that aspect?
No, it was pretty good because it showed, again how strong Jiren is, and how just really overall strong he is, because he literally pushed it back with just using his energy alone. After, like once he calmed down, he put his hands down, he just pushed it right back at Goku. Kaioken times 20 didn't mean anything. So it was I like, there's really not much to say about it because it didn't last. It lasted a while, but nothing much really happened. But it just showed how strong Jiren really is. Like they brought up the fact that Goku can't do the spirit bomb while in Super Saiyan because he has impure thoughts or whatever inside of him. So I like. That wasn't really something that was touched on before in the series. That I can't really think of it. But I always wonder sometimes why Goku, never really went Super Saiyan and uses the Spirit Bomb. But when he went Super Saiyan Blue and then he did Kaioken and it didn't work, yeah, it was something was about to happen. And since we already know what's going to happen, yeah, it happened.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't know that either, which was kind of, I was like, damn, I never knew that. And like I said, I've been watching Dragon Ball forever, and he's never done it like that, which is crazy. I mean, he did it against Boo, but that's after he already had it out, though. You know what I'm saying? And then he went back to Super Saiyan and pushed it to him. So that was actually a good a throwback too. That actually, they were revealing stuff that that a lot of people didn't know or kind of forgot about, which was good. So I definitely like that aspect. But for him to flip it on Goku and to see the despair on everybody's face when they think Goku is vaporized, you know what I'm saying? It's really crazy. I'm like, fuck. If I didn't know the spoilers, bro, and all honesty, I would have thought Goku probably died. You know what I'm saying? Because Goku, because you really don't see. That's like something that's never happened. He got hit with his own spirit bomb. That's never happened. Because a lot of people has pushed it back. You know what I'm saying? But nobody's he never actually got hit by it. So for him to get hit by his own move, and then the Xenos, bro, hey, they don't really say much, bro, but they be having me dying laughing, bro. I literally be over here giggling and shit, bro. They be like, "Oh my god, that's amazing!" I be dying. But they be saying it in Japanese, man. I be dying laughing like, oh no, because they both like Goku, So I think internally they want to see Goku win because they're actually cool with Goku, and but to see them kind of interact like they don't know what to do, did Jiren actually kill Goku, and then you got Champa, Champa crazy ass man. Did he kill Goku? Then he must be a little bit. I was literally dying laughing, bro. Like even in the midst of that like serious moment, like Dragon Ball makes you laugh. I was literally laughing, man, and the Grand Priest is like, well, he's like, well, it's kind of his own move, so it's kind of his own fault. And I was just sitting back dying. I mean, that was like a funny moment in a serious moment, and that's great writing right there, man. Because the Xenos do feel like children, and they don't really. I mean, I think they understand what's going on, but they kind of just watching it as like a little kid, kind of how like we used to watch Dragon Ball when we were kids, So that's how they kind of watching it. And I've always in this arc, it kind of remind me of me. They remind me of when I was a little kid watching Dragon Ball. Like, holy
maybe
shit.
That's what it is. You might be right. You might be into something.
Ain't that crazy? What I'm saying? Like they literally just sitting down watching the fights, man. Like with no care in the world. It's like, oh my god, this is cool. Oh my god, Goku, he's just a man. And they don't really say much, But whatever they say, I always stay laughing, man. So before we get to the end of episode 9, Liz, overall, because he Barris. Let's talk about Barris. What's your thoughts on Barris? Thinking that he was going to get eliminated, like Goku was done. Like I've never seen Barris like that ever. What was your thoughts on that, man?
Oh well, yeah, with Barris and when they thought Goku had died, like because he knows that his team isn't as strong without Goku, right? Like I guess Whis maybe knows something about Vegeta that nobody else knows because they did train together for a while.
Yeah,
Goku was doing his other stuff, but then we still have Frieza, so I don't see why Barris thinks it's completely over. But of course, losing Goku is a big hit. But they still have Gohan, they still have Vegeta, and they still have Frieza. So I think their team is still really strong. Barris being concerned that is kind of big though.
That was big. I feel like him and Goku have like this kind of special relationship ever since that fight. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, this guy, this mortal, is actually like he was. I mean, I wouldn't say he was hanging because I don't think Barris was really fighting serious that much.
No, he wasn't.
But even though he wasn't, it's like, how in the hell is this man even doing anything to me, even if I'm not using all my power, So let's talk about that aspect between like Barris and Goku. I feel like that relationship has evolved ever since the Battle of Gods movie. Oh, and the Super arc, man. Like, what is your thoughts on that relationship?
It's actually a good one. Like, it gives Goku somebody to learn from. Not more Barris, but Whis. I think that relationship is a little bit better because Whis, he sees something in both Goku and Vegeta. Just like in the Black Arc, he highlighted their weaknesses, and he's trained Vegeta, by himself. But Barris, he's become more of a, I wouldn't say like a full-on comedy character now, but he gives his jokes, and he's not as serious as he used to be. So when he does get serious with the characters, like something is pretty damn serious.
Yeah, I mean, because he, like you said, I think he knew, like, damn, if Goku gone, it's not that he don't think the others could do anything, but I feel like he believes in Goku so much that I think he kind of, I'm not say remind him of himself, but kind of like he's kind of like his protege, basically. Like, damn, I've been around Goku so long. Even when they was training, like Barris always favored Goku over Vegeta. Like it's really crazy. There's always been like that though, because I think that fight, like made Barris give Goku some respect. Like, man, this guy is different, and he's not afraid of me. That my god of destruction. He's not afraid of nothing. He'll fight me no matter what. And I feel like that relationship has evolved over time. And, just to see him in despair, like I said, I've never seen Barris like that, bro. And he was like, damn, Goku, he can't, he can't lose. Like he's not supposed to lose. Like and I think that was kind of a shock to him. And he was like, I think he actually felt that. It's like, damn. Not only is Goku out, but I really don't believe in these other guys, man. So I think we're screwed. So
I'm about to die.
So I think it was a combination of both. And that scene, I was like, damn, man, Barris actually, he actually like cares somewhat. I'm not gonna say he fully cares, but he actually cares somewhat. And when we first met Barris to now, totally different character, man. Yeah. Totally different character. Like you said, I think he's a lot more loose than he was when he first came onto the scene. And for him to, show emotion of a elimination, of course it was Goku, but him to show emotion like that was actually really crazy, because Barris has always been the type like, man, I don't care about nothing, man. I'm a god of destruction. It is what it is, but that was actually a really good scene. So after everybody thinks, he's gone or whatever, we get the traditional rumbling of the rocks. The rocks going in the air, man. Oh, what is that power level? Like how many times have we seen that, bro? It's so funny. Somebody's coming. Somebody, is about to transform, and to everybody's surprise, that Goku gets up. It looked like his body is moving. It doesn't look like he's getting up. Like his mind is rising his body, and he gets up and he started transforming. Even Wiz is like, hold on, and then Barris is like, oh yeah, he's coming. And that's when the new form arises. The design of the form, did you like it? Couldn't have been better. What's your thoughts on that, Wisppeons?
I always like when Goku fights regular black hair. So this form, I was perfectly fine with it. It didn't look bad. It looked really good. But I do want to say that this isn't the first time he's done this. I believe he's done this before in one of the movies with Android 13. He absorbed the Spirit Bomb in that movie, and he looked pretty similar, but only he was Super Saiyan.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't fight the same though, but he was Super Saiyan at the time, and he absorbed the Spirit Bomb, and his eyes were kind of similar. They were kind of shining too. So this is the first time it's been canon that he absorbed the Spirit Bomb. But he's done it before in movies. Okay,
so while this is happening, everybody's in shock. Again, Frieza's like, I wouldn't expect nothing less. Like I said, these little tidbits between Frieza and Goku were really, really good in this episode. And of course, there's a big one we'll get to a little bit later. But I really feel like they're kind of like Batman and Robin, if that makes sense. I've always made that comparison because it seemed like no matter what, like Frieza and Goku, they kind of need to be together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like for me, they are like the best combination of, I'll say, hero and villain that I've seen, because they just have so much history together, and eventually, I do feel like they'll fight alongside each other in this tournament, which will be epic as hell, because nobody would have thought about this probably like 20 years ago or whatever, from the whole fight dynamic and it's stuff like that. So I do feel like that is definitely going to happen sometime in the future. So anyway, so he gets a new form, and it's really epic, man. Like him walking looks dope, bro. And so the name of the what's the name, the official name they're giving this transformation? Ultra Instinct, right?
It's Ultra Instinct, yeah.
Ultra Instinct. So pretty much this is something that's been alluded to back in the beginning of Super and in Resurrection F, where Wiz is training these two. He's telling them like, you need to get to a point where you're not moving. I mean, you're not thinking about your movement. Your body just kind of does it, and that's what Wiz is doing. Because when that's a funny scene in Resurrection F when Wiz is just he's fighting both of them, and he's not even breaking the sweat, man. The man is just on a whole different level, and and there's like, damn, I need to reach that. So for Goku, he actually reached that due to something with the Spirit Bomb and him breaking his limits and this and that. I think we'll get more information on it as the time goes on, because they really didn't specify too much. Wiz did give kind of an explanation.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the spirit bomb did this and this and that. But I feel like we'll get like a real detailed explanation on what this transformation is, similar to what we got with Rage with Trunks. It took a while for people to understand that because it kind of happened out of nowhere, but it's the same type of deal. So Goku is he looks different, he feels different, and everybody notices. Everybody knows it, man. So like, what do you feel like was like the main thing with the transformation that made it legit? Like, what's your thoughts on that, Wisppeons?
Well, it seems like the transformation in you talk about overall aesthetic, how it looked, or
no, this not the look per se, but this kind of like how he was fighting. Like,
okay,
the way he was fighting was completely different. Even everybody was saying around like he's fighting very different than was usual. So give me your thoughts on that. Like, when you see him fighting, like what did it feel like? Because it felt like he couldn't be touched by nothing. Like,
yeah. Overall, it looks like it increased his speed and over his overall power because he was able to dodge Topo's attacks just by walking. So it appears in our sense, he's not moving as fast, but in that world, he's moving extremely fast, of course. So he's dodging all Topo's attacks, no problem. He was able to dash to Jiren and Topo. And what's the other guy with no problem? They couldn't even see his movements.
Yeah, that's what tripped me out the most. Is kind of like he did break his limits because everybody's calling like the breaker or limit breaker, Goku, whatever.
Yeah.
But the movement made me. It kind of reminded me of the Last Dragon. My man did the whole head gesture thing. I'm like, okay, that's kind of a shout out to the Last Dragon. I mean, not is that the Last Dragon? Or my man, oh man.
Oh, Shonuff?
Yeah, that's the Last Dragon, right?
I believe so.
I think it's called the Last Dragon. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So they pay homage to that, and but it just felt like Goku was like, damn, like even Kakarot. I mean, not Kakarot, but Vegeta was like,
yeah, you gotta tell me about this one.
What the hell, y'all, for real? You been holding out on me, bro?
Again.
You've been holding out on me, bro. So yeah, for him to dodge Topo moves and stuff like that, and like Dispo, they couldn't even like get at this guy.
They couldn't see him at all.
They couldn't see him at all, and it was just dope to see. Like, the animations were so on point.
Yeah, they did
episode. They you could definitely tell if you from the Super, because Super has been. I'm not gonna say it hasn't been like the best animated anime by far, because they have, they kind of been reusing animations and stuff like that. But I feel like they kind of had to go all in for this episode, and it definitely showed, from the music to like everything just felt different from like the typical Super episode. But Goku and Jiren, when they start fighting, like now, once Goku has the new form, it was just so dope to see. Jiren throws out, because he throw out that little 1,000 punches, bro, and Goku just like, nah, bro, I see all that, man. Like, you can't touch him, man. And I think that was I was like, damn, he's really hanging with Jiren. But I think a lot of people forgot about Jiren. It's not really at full. Like, this is Goku's full power. Like, he can't go no higher. This is all he got, man. So when they fight, man, like, did you feel like, because we all knew Goku was going to lose, but it kind of felt like Jiren wasn't, like, he would fight because he actually hit him. So I was like, damn, he hit him pretty hard too. And Jiren was like, what the hell? He was like, he gave him that look like, are you serious, bro? Did you really just knee me in the gut like that? So give me your thoughts on that, man. Like, the fight after the transformation, man. What was it like for you to watch that?
Well, yeah, see, this is where it really lived up to the hype. It got crazy. Overall, though, Jiren and Goku, when they started to clash, and it became like an even battle, it took me back to when Goku fought Cell, and that it gave me that old DBZ feel of Goku fighting the villain at his max, and they both fighting at their max. Even though we know Jiren wasn't fighting at his max, it gave me that feel, and that was like the pinnacle of this battle. They explained that. Goku used the spirit bomb. Well, he didn't use it, but he fell into the spirit bomb, and the fragments of it or whatever had collided with his body, and it pretty much replenished his energy. And like he was fighting, he was trying to fight. He was resisting that Spirit Bomb's energy with his own energy. I don't know why he would do that though, but he was resisting both of the energies, and that's why he became the way he is now. But it came down to the point when Goku was punching Jiren, and you've seen that he was turning back to his regular form. He's going back to just regular Goku. Yeah, and he started to like roar almost. And that's the point that I was like, okay, this shit is badass. I had to watch that scene like six or 7 times.
Yeah, I definitely watched the episode.
Like you heard his voice. He was like, you could hear the roar coming out of his voice. I don't know who that was, or
who the hell?
Yeah, I don't know who he absorbed.
Got possessed, bro. Goku got possessed, man. That man got possessed. That's when to me I was like, dude, this Goku is kind of scary, man.
Yeah, he was
like this ain't the typical Goku, high pitched voice. Leave my planet alone. He was like, rah, rah. I'm like, what the hell is this? Yeah. my man actually sounded like a beast, dude. So he's definitely giving Jiren some slight work, and Jiren's like, okay, man.
Yeah, this
time. I really gotta like fight this guy now. And then Goku goes in for the final blow. So it looked like he charged up pretty much all he had. It was like a kind of like a super god fist, basically, man. And he charged it all the way up. I mean, he was coming in full power. And he, got the deep voice and everything. And I'm like, damn. Because I'm looking at the time because I know it's about to go off. I always look at the time, man, when I watch Dragon Ball Z. When you get to like that 20, 22, 23 mark, man, or it depends on how long the video is that they put up. But I'm like, okay, it's about to end soon. This man, Jiren, bro, literally palms this guy, charges up, was like, you saying are really good. You're very interesting, but bro. He gave him that. He gave him that bro. He like, no, fam. Like you're not there. I'm not even going to power up full power, but I'm going to power up enough to go over what you're doing right now. And it's kind of scary, bro. Like Jiren is very scary. Because
he powered up for that one, and he used his power. But right after that, though, we got what I thought was one of the greatest moments of this episode, and which makes me hype for the next episode, is that my guy Hit shows up.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, we already knew Hit was gonna come, but I feel like Hit versus Jiren is gonna be dope, man. It sucks that it's only gonna be, one episode. I would love to see the guys duke it out for a couple episodes too. But Hit to me, has the whole time skip thing. But people forget about Hit, that Hit evolves during the fight. That's one of his secret. That's one of his secret things. Like, he has time skip. The little one punch thing he could kill you with. But he evolves. And if you go back to the universe tournament, they had between 6 or 7. Like Hit was evolving while fighting Goku, but like Super Saiyan Kaioken wasn't going to be enough, man. It's crazy how powerful Hit is, and I think hasn't been showcased that much in this arc. In that aspect. He's definitely going to get that burn next week, man. And I feel like that fight is going to be very good because he's about to evolve time skip, which is already OP to begin with. Time skip is so OP, bro. Like, it's one of the most OP moves in Dragon Ball history. It's not really fair, especially for like people that are like weaker than him. He doesn't even have to do anything. The way he bodied Vegeta, was kind of crazy. And he even bodied Goku many a times, man. Like Goku, I feel like Hit has so many techniques that he doesn't use because he doesn't need to. I feel like he's more powerful than what people giving him credit for. What's your thoughts on that, man?
No, you're right. I actually think Hit isn't using his full power. Like release, he's not fully released. I think he's gonna reuse his full power against Jiren. It might not be to anything. It might not lead to anything, but I think that he's actually going to use his full power, and we're going to see something crazy. But when it comes to like Hit and Jiren right now, like these are easily my top 2 characters of this series, Dragon Ball Super.
Wow,
and they definitely rank in my top 5 or top 10 of Dragon Ball characters of all time.
Wow, that's pretty great. So we definitely might do that at the end of this video. I want you to give me your top 5 Dragon Ball characters of all time. So we know that Hit is going to fight. So pretty much after Goku battery goes on E, he has nothing left, man. Jiren pretty much just slammed this guy into the ground, and he's pretty much done. And then, so Vegeta's over there talking with Goku, talking about, hey, Kakarot, where did that come from? Goku was like, shit, I don't even know. He said, I don't even know, bro. It kind of just happened, you know what I'm saying? And then Goku disappears. Now, a lot of people were saying he used the instant transmission, but I feel like Frieza kind of snatched that man up.
Frieza snatched his ass up.
And this is like, Frieza to me has some of the like I said earlier, some of the best character development I've never thought it would come to this, because even when he helped Gohan, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I'm sorry. I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh, I see." I know. I didn't see that coming, man. I did, because when he went gold, and I was like, "Damn, he really about to off Gohan like that, bro? That's kind of savage." I mean, he already killed him in the movie, and they had to bring him back to life, but. For him to snatch Goku up, man, and how they ended it, that was a great teaser.
It was.
Because my initial thoughts first, I was like, damn, he about to off Goku. Like, he's like, I finally got him. After all these years, he's weak. I'm standing over this guy, and I think he's about to get this man a death beam, which is crazy. I'm like, damn, Frieza, for real? Like, you my nigga. But I'm like, damn, bro.
But no, I don't think Frieza will want to kill Goku that way. I think he will. Like legit.
And that was my thought. So I'm like, yeah, that's kind of like, that's too easy for him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not even like in golden form or nothing, man. He's just kind of chilling. And that wouldn't be satisfying in my opinion. So when he said, oh, this seems familiar, just like it was on Namek. And I didn't really pay attention to that at first, because I'm thinking like, oh, I'm just going to give her my revenge, because I'm standing over you, how you were standing over me. And Namek, how Goku was in the air trying to fly away. And but it turns out, after I thought about it, a lot of people were saying this on Twitter, like, he's going to give Goku energy. And I'm like, and it didn't hit me. Like I said, it didn't hit me right away. I'm like, what?
That's what Goku did for him.
Exactly. And I'm like, damn, that's kind of crazy that they actually flipped it like that. And have Frieza help Goku not once but twice. What is the world coming to, bro? Like, I never thought I'd see this day, like, ever. Frieza sent him to hell twice, or no, once, because he was floating in the air. They brought him back to, and that's when Trunks murked that man, cut that man into pieces or whatever. But he's beaten Frieza, twice, man, and for him to put that aside and actually wanted to help Goku, which I 100% think is going to happen now. It's definitely
what's up with Jiren. I don't think he wants that static right now.
Nah, he definitely. I mean, because Jiren, they saying that he's kind of like on God of Destruction level or beyond. I'm like, damn, Frieza, like, and Toei already said that Frieza can't mess with Beerus. Like, no matter if he trained for the rest of his life, he put that on record. Like, Frieza would never be more powerful than Beerus. So he thinking like, man, I can't beat Jiren, bro. We kind of need Goku, because I just seen what he could do at full strength. Now, how much energy would he give him? I don't know, but I do think he'll give him enough to where he can actually like hide and recover or whatever. Since will be fighting Jiren, and he could kind of gain his strength back, because we do know Saiyans get stronger, after every fight. So I mean, if not for us, they can. I'm pretty sure they do though, because
Toriyama forgets a lot of things about this series. I don't know. He's still using that.
Yeah, he definitely kind of do, man. But I say I give the episode probably like a 9.5 out of 10, man. I just wish it was a little bit more. 2 episodes. I mean, one complaint that, and I've seen this on Twitter too, which is actually very true. One complaint about Dragon Ball Z I always had was these fights drag out too long. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, he could have beaten him right here, but he didn't want to do it. And I feel like in Super, they're getting right to it. They're not wasting any time, and they letting these guys fight. You know, I would do. If it was like one more episode between Jiren and Goku, then I would have been happy. But for the fact I know they're gonna fight again, I'm kind of satisfied. So, what's overall rate? If you would rate this episode, what
I would give it? I'll give it a 8.5.
8.5. So, what is something that you didn't like about the episode?
Well, on episode 109, the first like 10 minutes with that. That was bad. But I didn't like that. I didn't like that when they was talking about their wishes. This is the main part I didn't like about it. When they talk about their wishes, and she said that she wanted to wish to become a god of destruction, a god of love.
Oh yeah.
And she asked what Goku's wish was, and he said that I believe he said that he wanted to wish for someone strong to fight against.
Yeah, he's like, that
was ridiculous. I don't understand.
But it's Goku though, bro. I mean, so you gotta have to roll with it, bro.
Yeah, but it's like he's become really selfish in this series. Like if you look at it, Goku is actually the villain in this whole thing. Like he's the reason why these tournaments, these universes have to fight to survive.
Well, I would say, hold on, before you go forward, let me say this though. Xena was going to erase these universes anyway. And so we have to, I think a lot of people forget about that. They were going to get erased anyway. So why not be able to like actually fight for you to live? You know what I'm saying? So I think it kind of actually makes sense, man, because a lot of these universes, they don't get erased and they had no say so or none, like goodbye.
Go back to
you're weak, you know what I'm saying? And you're done. You know what I'm saying? But go continue your thought, man.
No, yeah, I just didn't like. I don't like that. You know, they make Goku be this. You know, I know he likes to fight. I know he likes to fight strong opponents.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes down to being serious and stuff like that, it's like why would he want to wish to want to fight against someone stronger? You know, my whole thing is when I thought is like he will wish to bring back all the destroyed universes. That's what I thought.
Everybody thought that. You know, I even thought that because it kind of makes sense. You know, but it doesn't look like he's thinking like that now.
So, when it comes down to like that, that's the initial part I didn't like. Also, some of the scenes did drag out, like the spirit bomb scene. That it drug out a little bit too long, but it took away from like the overall Jiren versus Goku fight. They could have shortened that scene a little bit. There's a couple scenes with exposition they could have shortened down a little bit. Just get a couple words and let these guys keep fighting. Give us more of what we wanted to see for this last couple months was Goku versus Jiren. And they gave us that. It was great. It lived up to the hype, but I just wanted a little bit more. We always want more, so I wanted more between them two.
Yeah, I would say the only thing I didn't like about the episode was, like I didn't even mind the fight with Ribrianne or whatever. It was just the dialogue was just so annoying for me, bro. Like I'm like, dude, can y'all just? I mean, I understand that's the character, but that dialogue from that universe is stupid to me. I was very annoying, and I'm like, damn, can you just eliminate her? Like, like I said, but I just don't think it was gonna happen, bro. Because like I said, I think Ribrianne is very powerful. That's the thing. Like she's not weak, and now she's in her final form now. I think she's gonna be here for a while, so I definitely think they're gonna have to deal with her, but I think the main focus now is for everybody is Jiren, because even after he eliminated Goku, you see all the universes like, okay, man, this is the main threat now. We kind of have to gang up on him, and that was actually a good scene too, because a lot of people didn't really pay attention to that per se, but I kind of peeped that out. I was like, damn, I see the robot universe come down, man. Ciampa like, universe 6? It's crazy. Bro. Like, where y'all at, man?
It's squad up.
Hey, Ciampa is so dope, man. He don't get enough burn either. I love Ciampa, man. He's one of my favorite characters in Super Easily. The man is like a fat Beerus, man. He's been chilling. And Vados, to me, is more of a savage than Whis is, man. Like Vados don't care about nobody or anything. I feel like if Universe 6 get destroyed, I don't think she'll really care because she stayed like talking down to Ciampa and all of them. Like, she's been doing that since those two been announced. What up, Dre? Thank you for coming through. DBZ is life, man. But all right, so now that we kind of know what's going to go forward or whatever, like, where do you see this tournament going, man? Because it's just a lot of like different scenarios that can happen, and like just give me your predictions to what you think, how this arc will turn out? Like, do you feel like Goku will come save the day, or is it going to be somebody else? Like, what you think? What's me?
I think that the tournament's going to end in a draw. Honestly, that's the only way it could go right now. I don't think that they're going to be able to get Jiren out of that ring. So I think it's going to end up in a draw between, at least between both sides. Between what universe is
they Universe 11, yeah,
11, yeah, Universe 11 and Universe 7 will both. They're going to have their players left, and it's going to end up in a draw. And because I don't think Jiren is evil. I think I don't think he's evil. So
I don't think he's evil either.
I think they will, wish back all the other universes and call it a day, and then so we move on to the next threat.
For me, I don't feel like the time is going to run out. I think something's going to happen right before the tournament ends, and they're going to have to bridge to fight the new threat. That's my thought, because I just don't see it. There being a winner in this tournament. I do agree with you on that, but I feel like probably like 5 minutes left, because I forget how these episodes are only 1 minute in the tournament. I really forget about that. They were it's 38 minutes. I'm like, what the hell? I'm thinking it's like 20, 30 minutes, man, per episode, but it's only it'd be 1 to 2 minutes tops, which is kind of cool, because they can really stretch this out if they really want to.
They're trying to get to 500, so.
Yeah, I really feel like they could definitely stretch this out, man. But I feel like if something's gonna happen, probably in the last 5 minutes or so, where they're gonna have to kind of forget about the tournament and a new threat will arise. It's kind of that seemed like more DBZ than anything for me.
I think it'll be too early for a new threat to arise, unless that threat is gonna come. It's gonna be way as strong as Jiren, and Jiren's gonna have to beat that character. But I don't think it's too early for that. But I do think, though, in the future, we're going to get a new threat, and that threat is going to body Jiren. Because Jiren is really strong right now, and he's going to come back. He's a fan favorite, as Hit is always going to come back.
Oh, hell yeah.
Jiren is going to get bodied in the future. Not killed, but he's going to get really beat up. And just to show how strong the next threat is. But we know how strong Jiren is, but that next threat is going to come, and he's going to beat Jiren. And that's when, we're going to have to get more from Goku and Vegeta. Hopefully Vegeta. I'm tired of seeing Goku do shit.
Yeah, but like I said, I do feel like I don't think Vegeta will get that new form per se, but I do feel like he's right there. I mean, I think they're both kind of equally.
He's so far behind now, bro.
Well, I know, yeah, because of the form now, yeah. But I'm talking before the form. I feel like they.
Well, even with Kaioken, he's way behind.
Yeah, but we don't know what Vegeta did in that.
Oh, true. He might have something with.
That's what I'm saying. He hasn't really had any showcase to do anything. He's been beating up people in his first form. He'll go blue He's been pretty much doing the same thing as Goku. He's never really had to power up, to where he needs to go all out yet. Like I said, in a couple of weeks, I think we'll finally get that moment to see what he's become. And I definitely want to see, because a lot of Vegeta fans they always talk about he always get the short of the stick, man. I'm like
me. I'm one of those guys, bro.
But I feel like he's been showcased well, man. The man's been bodying people in this tournament. Yeah, man. Yeah.
The man comes in and he's a jobber to the stars, bro.
Man. I mean,
he comes in, he takes the L, and then Goku comes in and wins.
Yeah,
even when he almost had his comeuppance against Frieza, Goku had to step in and kill him. Let my man get something.
Yeah, that is true. But actually, Goku was actually saving him though, because we all know that Frieza blew up the planet. So it's kind of like
when they went back in time, the 3 minutes.
He could
have said, "Let my man do something, bro." He don't got nothing.
Yeah, I kind of.
The best Vegeta was Majin Vegeta when they fought against each other, Goku versus Vegeta. That was a good fight. But even then, when you come to find out that Goku was still holding back some.
Yeah.
So come on, bro.
But it's always going to be like that. And I think that's the dynamic between the two. Vegeta will always be a step behind. No matter what.
He's had his character development. And he
has.
He did accept that he's weaker than Goku.
Yeah, he did accept that. It took him a while, but he did though. So I think Vegeta fans need to come to the realization that it's just gonna be. It's just. I'm sorry, man. It's just gonna be like that, bro. I mean, he's gotta face it.
You can't do that.
Definitely gotta face it. So before we get out of here, Wisppeons, man, give me your top 5 characters of all time, because you said Hit and Jiren is in your top 5. So give me your top 5, man.
Well, number 1 for me is Vegeta. He's my favorite character in the series. Then after that is Vegeta, Tien, Piccolo. Then I'll put Jiren as 4. Frieza 5, and then I got Hit at 6.
Okay. I like that list, man. For me, Frieza, ever since he came on the scene, man, before he went full power Frieza, when he was riding a little spaceship, he was just such a he was just such a dick, bro. Like I've always liked his character, man. I seen him kill his own men. He don't care about nobody, bro. Like if you not riding with me, I'll kill you in the instant. So he's definitely number 1 in my opinion. Number 2, I would have to say is Goku Black / Zamasu. I count them as one character because they're pretty much one character. Yeah. Number 3, I will have to say Beerus. Beerus, ever since he came on the scene, bro, I've been a fan. Cocky, powerful. Dude can fight too, man. So it's not like he can't fight. Beerus to me, I think he has the whole package. Number 4, I will have to say Piccolo, man. I think Piccolo been putting in work for a long time, man. Even OG. He's been there since the jump, bro. So I definitely mess with Piccolo. Piccolo is actually one of my favorite characters. And I say to round out 5. Oh man, this is kind of hard, man. You know what? I'll put Hit there. Hit is just a savage, and for him to body Goku so many times the way you do without breaking a sweat, the whole time skip thing is like.
It's unique. It's
very unique, man. It's very unique, and it gets stronger and stronger and stronger, man. He can stop you like a whole second. I mean, that's a lot of time for you not to be able to move, and he only could get stronger and stronger and stronger. So I do feel like Hit is probably one of the most OP characters in Dragon Ball history. And then 6, I'll throw in maybe Whis. No, Champa. It's definitely gonna be Champa. Then I'll throw in Whis. I like Whis because I never see him mad. He's just always laughing, and his excitement when Goku finally hit the form, it was so funny, bro. He's like, Beerus-san, you know what's going on? And Beerus was so salty, bro. Like he be throwing salt at Beerus all the time, bro. And Beerus is like, yeah, whatever, man. I do feel like Whis is one of those characters that while he doesn't fight a lot, he doesn't really fight at all. He brings a lot to Superman, and I definitely feel like Super, to me, in my opinion, is better than Z. Just like the arcs that they have, because the Cell arc, it started off good, and then it just fell to shit. The Buu arc started off okay, and then it got stupid. To me, I think Majin Buu is probably one of the weakest enemies as far as like enjoyment I've seen in Dragon Ball, because he should have lost. Let me absorb this guy now. I'm like, it was just stupid, bro. I didn't really like Majin Buu at all. I like Fat Buu the most. Out of all, Fat Buu to me was dope.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying?
It was a scary fat dude going around killing people.
Yeah, and he was just so happy. He's like, "Boom, man!" Then he put the little steam come out, bro, and he was fucking up the Z fight. They couldn't fuck with Majin Buu, like the fat one. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, but yeah, Buhan,
I got Z still being better. Z has more character development, man. Even with like going through the whole series, characters change. And while the Buu saga wasn't that good, I don't think it, to me anyway, it's not really about the series. That series wasn't really about Majin Buu. To me, that series was literally about the character development between Vegeta and Goku. And that expanded the whole arc. And that was the great part. Like the fight between Goku and Vegeta, that easily one of the top 5 fights of the show. Easily. That trumped their first fight.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely.
That was amazing. But I don't think nothing in Super right now comes close to what's going on, what happened in Z with Goku and Frieza, Goku and Vegeta the first time, Goku and Cell, Gohan and Cell, so on and so forth. It's so much because right now in Dragon Ball Super we're getting too much Goku, and that's why I can't give it the nod as being better.
Yeah, I feel like I will give you that. Like it felt like in Z, well you can't really say that because when in Cell, the Cell Saga, Gohan, he was the hero, of course. The Buu Saga, Goku was the hero, and even in the Frieza Saga, Goku was the hero per se. So, but I do.
Well, they gave people the nod though. People did something.
I will give you that, man. Like seeing Vegeta sacrifice himself, man. I think that's one of the best moments in Dragon Ball history. And I'm just like, damn, man. I'm like, because I remember as a little kid, I'm like, I used to hate Vegeta, bro. I'm not going to even. And people was like, how do you hate Vegeta but like Frieza? I'm like, I don't know. Because Vegeta on Namek, he was a sad. He didn't care about nothing. He's like, I'm trying to get these Dragon Balls. I'm not really trying to help. I mean, him punching Gohan in the stomach. I'd never forget that, bro. Like you punching little kids, bro. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. And then seeing him, in the Cell Saga, starting to evolve a little bit. I think in the Buu Saga, I think you find like crossed over. He finally be like, damn, man, I can't really.
I can't keep
Goku anymore, and he's like, right. And I'm actually that's like he kind of transferred from bad to good. I think it took him literally like 4 arcs to get to the. Because he was he's always scheming, bro. He was
listen, man, fuck it, hey, I can't keep him.
He was always scheming, man. But yeah, I do feel like Z definitely had. I'll say they had better like epic moments. First Super Saiyan, Gohan Super Saiyan 2 was that might be the top moment ever in Dragon Ball, bro. It's very hard to like top that because you kind of felt that, man, when he snapped. Like I think everybody felt like, dude, Gohan finally
definitely had this moment.
Yeah, he definitely had this moment. But I just felt like Super. They introduced. I think what helped Super a lot, like the characters they introduce are actually good. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't trying to introduce characters and stuff like that, man. They could come out really stupid and boring. I feel like they've done a very good job of introducing people like Barris and Hit and Champa and it's just the Xeno and there's so many new characters in Super, man. It's very hard pressed to say like, damn, they didn't really miss the ball on nobody. Maybe like Ribrianne. I think she's bottom tier as far as character wise. But
we ain't gonna see her no more.
Yeah, but overall, I think they've done a great job, man. I really hope that Gohan could get his mojo back because he's just so trash right now.
They gave him his mojo back and then took it away again.
Yeah, but he was struggling with that one guy, bro. That man was
like he trained and he got his mystic form back plus more.
Yeah.
And then, he got to the tournament and then they didn't make him do anything. The only reason why they brought Gohan back is because people was complaining.
Yeah, people have been crying about Gohan for a while, though. Yeah. I do believe that.
Since, once they introduced tracksuit Gohan and people didn't like that shit because he couldn't even power up.
But yeah, man, we about to end it right here, man. I just want to thank everybody for coming through, bro. Shout out to my man Wisppeons, man. We had to speak on this, bro. Like it was definitely hype.
It was hype, man.
I definitely don't do this on my channel. For real. Hey, if it's something else crack, bro, I'm gonna call Wisppeons up, man. Like, hey, bro, we definitely gotta do this again. But yeah, man, we gonna end it right here, man. I'm about to go watch these football games and anyway. But I want to thank everybody for coming through. Make sure you subscribe to my boy Wisppeons channel, my channel, man. And we out of here, man. DBZ is life. All hell, Lord Frieza. I'm out.
Peace out, yo.
Yeah.